Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Lacey, you're Miss Auburn's Outstanding Teen, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
We try to be.
All right, ready?
My name's Natalie, and I'm from Burdett, New York, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. My name is Jimmy, your Astute Tourist. It is Tuesday, August 1st. Welcome to August. We've made it to August. It's hard to believe that we've come this far through the summer months. And but good morning to everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a good day. We had a fantastic day yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little while. But I hope everybody had a good evening. You had a good Monday, and we are off and running to the week on Tuesday. Let's do first things first. Take care of this. Good morning, everybody. Best sip of the day. Some of the hottest coffee going. But it's good to see folks coming in. For those lurking in Facebook and other social media platforms, or if you're here in YouTube and you're lurking in the background, welcome. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for coming in. And now let's go right over to the chat. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. It's good to see you, my friend. John from the Gaylors is here. Hi, John. Hope all is well with you. Shirley from Glitter World is here. Hi, Shirley. Shirley was commenting on some of the photographs we posted yesterday from our little jaunt around the city of Boston. Revived Furniture is here. Good morning. I have something to show you guys, so if you stick around, stick around. We'll do that in just a second since you're here. Good morning, Cheryl. Cheryl from Cruising is Fun Anytime is here. Good morning, my beautiful friend. Look at your picture. I love it. I love the smile. Good morning, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful day as well. All right, so since Revive Furniture is here, and I don't know how much time they have, I am going to do this right now. Check this out. Our unofficial sponsor of the Astute Tourist Good Morning Cup of Joe show, something we made up the other day for them. And I hope you guys like it. I don't think they've seen that yet. We just started playing it yesterday. But whether you know it or not, you're sponsoring This Week in History. So we appreciate you guys, and I hope you like that. If there's something you need me to change, I can change that, but I will send a copy of that over to you guys so you can review it. Very good. John is already sharing the link to Revive Furniture. If you haven't been over to the website yet, you guys got to go over. They have some wonderful stuff. They do mail order. I don't know if they ship internationally. I don't think they do, but go on over and check that out. And if you're in New England, you got to stop in and see them. You can get their address, their physical address, right from the website. Go over and check out all of their home decor needs, and they're there to help you guys make your home beautiful. So check them out. I think she liked it. You're welcome. I'll get that over to you guys, and you can use it in whatever you want to put it on, any of your media or your website and that. So just a little commercial for you guys. So there you have it. So good morning, everybody. I think we've said hi to everybody so far in there. Like I said, if we have any lurkers in, good morning to you. We are live on Facebook as well. And don't forget to share us out, like, and subscribe to the channel. That's something that definitely helps us, and we appreciate all your support. Yesterday, we had a great show. We had Dawn from New Beginnings, my life in rural Cyprus. She was here, and we had a fantastic live. It was good to have Dawn in. She's a great person and fun, and she's funny, likes to tell jokes, and we talked about her channel, some of the great volunteering programs that she has going on at her place over there. So I don't know if you're traveling abroad and you want to head over to the Mediterranean and stop in Cyprus. You have to go see Dawn. One of these days, I think we may have to travel over there and visit with her and her husband, Mike. So check them out. Good stuff going on. So what's everybody doing? As we were saying yesterday, I ended up taking the day off. It was Colleen's usual day off, our Mondays. And we went into Boston. We live about 45 minutes north of Beantown, the big city of Boston, Massachusetts. And we went in and we did the Freedom Trail. And I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Freedom Trail, but that is what it is it's a self-guided. Well, you can have a guided tour, you can have a self-guided audio tour, or you can kind of just guide yourself. That's what we chose to do. We kind of bopped around and jumped around within the Freedom Trail. But what it is it brings you to all the important sites within the city that was either involved or had a part in the revolution and the road for independence. So it was a lot of fun. Colleen and I just love it when the two of us are able to go do things, just the two of us. So John's asking, did you see the storm that they showed on the news? Honestly, John, I did not. Is there a storm like now, or was this yesterday? Enlighten me, sir. Yes, Carolyn, it is. It's such a good time. Colleen was talking about the time that you and the sisters all went on the Freedom Trail walk. We've taken the kids there when they were young. I haven't done it in a while, and since we're doing the series, A Revolutionary Minute, we decided we'd go in and do some B-roll and do some filming, and we kind of documented our trip. So it was a lot of fun. So we started the morning out. I had a couple chores I had to do around here, so we didn't get right out of the gate real early. We left here around 10 a.m. We get into Boston a little before 11. The first thing that we did is we went to Breeds Hill, or better known as Bunker Hill. There's a big monument there that is similar to the Washington Monument. Looks pretty much the same. And we started there. They had tornadoes in the Boston area. No, we didn't. The weather was fine. I didn't see anything. Not yesterday, anyway. It was a beautiful day. It was sunny and warm and little breeze. It was nice. It was really nice. At Breeds Hill, Bunker Hill, and we did a couple things there. There wasn't any. It wasn't open to go inside the museum or to climb in the monument, What I didn't know is they're open from Wednesday to Sunday, so they have Monday and Tuesday off, but that's okay. Colleen and I weren't up for the climb, I don't think. It gets really hot inside, and I don't know if she really wanted to do that. Good morning, Mom. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So we started there, and then so that is either the beginning or the end of the trail, depending on where you start. So, excuse me. So what we did is we started there, and then we got in the car and we jumped to the complete opposite end of the trail, which begins at the Boston Common. Our plan was there's a parking garage underneath the Common, so we parked there. And then we started. So there's a visitor center there. And we got a map. And the map is there just to help you, guide you to each spot. So starting at that end, they list them 1 through, I think, I'd have to get the map now, but it was 12 or 13, 14 different spots along the trail. But in the sidewalk, there's a red brick trail that is maybe about 10 inches wide. And you follow that, and it goes through the city in the sidewalk. And so we started there, got the map, and off we went. And it starts at they start at the State House, which is right there in Boston, the big gold dome. And you go from there and you stop at notable sites along the way. One of the notable spots, at least for me, is the Granary, what they call the Granary Burial Ground. And John Hancock is buried there. Paul Revere is buried there. Crispus Attucks and the other victims of the Boston Massacre are buried there, along with members of Ben Franklin's family and several other folks that lived during that period, even before 1600s, right up until the early 1800s. So that was one of the stops there. Of course, there are other stops like the Old North Church, Paul Revere's house. We stopped at the Old Corner Bookstore, which was the bookstore that was there during the time, where you could go in and get your literary masterpieces of the day. And it was open into the 1800s. And now it's a Chipotle. It still looks period on the outside, and they were working on it and restoring it. But there's the Old South Meeting House. There's a couple other cemeteries along the way. You end up at the Old State House, which is Faneuil Hall. And then in Quincy Marketplace, which is sort of on the trail. You have to stop there if you're a tourist in Boston and you're familiar with Quincy Market. You need to stop in there. That was a lot of fun. We had Colleen and I stopped there for lunch. Let's see. John is saying it's. I saw it yesterday, but now that I look at the article, that happened Saturday. Yeah, we actually had a tornado touchdown here in New Hampshire. It was a few miles north of here. But they got hit, and they had I don't know, it was the lower wind gusts, but it was a tornado. Formed the black cloud or the funnel cloud in that. That's very rare for this part of the country. We don't see much of that. So that's right, Sharon. It is your birthday today. Happy birthday, Sharon. Happy birthday. You're in the 6th decade. Good for you. Bless you. Love you. And happy birthday to you, my friend. Thank you, Law, for pointing that out. I forgot all about it. But happy birthday, my friend. So from Quincy Market, we walked from there. We went into the North End. You go to the historic North End. We, like I said, Paul Revere's house, the Green Dragon Tavern, is along the way. A couple more cemeteries. And then the USS Constitution, or if you familiar, also known as Old Ironside. It is the oldest commissioned warship in the United States Navy. We did not tour the ship. It was closed, but we stopped there. That was the end for us. So the only other stop after that along the trail was Breeds Hill or Bunker Hill. And we started there. So one thing, the gentleman at the visitor center was really nice. I was planning on taking a Lyft or an Uber back from the Charlestown Navy Yard, and he showed me on the map that there is the wharf shuttle or the wharf ferry for $3.70 each. We got on the ferry and we took that across Boston Harbor and over to where the Long Wharf is in Boston, which is where the aquarium and several hotels and Legal Seafood and all these places you may recognize if you know the city. And then it was probably about a quarter of a mile walk from there. So yesterday we did, let's see if I can, Colleen was wondering how many steps we did. And yesterday we did 17,000 steps and we walked 4.7 miles. So I definitely got my exercise in for the day. We were tired by the time we got back to the car. We were hot and tired. Definitely, we had a cooler with some water in it. I drank 2 waters from the time we got in the car until we made it to the highway. Hey, good morning, Danny. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So we got on the highway and we got home probably around, I don't know, 6 p.m., 6:30. Traffic wasn't bad. It was a little tight. We were heading out of the city around 5 o'clock last evening. And we made it back home, like I said, around 6-ish. I grilled up some chicken. And I was going to do some editing, but I was pooped out. And considering today is a work day, I figured I would just chill. So that's what we did. We chilled out and watched some, excuse me. I take my medication in the morning on an empty stomach, and man, it churns things up down below there. So we just chilled out. We watched some YouTube and then we hit the sack. And here we are. Good morning. It is August 1st. Happy birthday to Sharon Rowland. My mother says she remembers all of that memories, right, Mom? Yeah, Boston looks different and it looks the same. All the streets are there. The North End, there was one thing. So if you go to the North End, are you familiar with the North End of Boston? Still looking for your glasses. In the North End, it's predominantly the Italian section of the city. Any big cities in this country, especially on this East Coast, during the time, the big immigration time, these certain ethnic groups would not take over portions of the city, but they moved to these places. And that's because, they all spoke the same language and they had the same heritage and the same recipes and all of that. So the North End is, it's where Paul Revere's house is. It's where the Copp's Hill burying ground is. But there's also, that's where the Italians are. And there's lots of really good Italian restaurants and bakeries. And there's 2 bakeries there. One is Mike's Pastries, and the other one is the name's escaping me, but they're the 2 big ones that the tourists go to. And you're hard pressed to get in line. I mean, to get in, you have to get in line. It's almost like waiting for a ride at Disney World. Colleen was like, "Oh, we got to get some cannolis," and I'm like, "I am not standing in those lines. They were long, and down the sidewalk." So I think you need to get there really early or get there right before they close in order to get in if you wanted to get some. But if you're in the city and you like Italian pastry or Italian food for that matter, you have to stop in the North End, and there's a lot of them to choose from. So that was our trip yesterday. It was good. You'll see once I get down to editing, you'll see some of the sites that we stopped at. I mean, one of the reasons I went there is all because of a Revolutionary Minute. I will be doing the next one on Bunker Hill, the Battle of Bunker Hill. I just felt the house shake. Are we having an earthquake? Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why we went. My mother said that she worked in Boston for 5 years a few years ago. Yeah, that was before I was even born. Good morning, Mr. T. Mr. Tranquillo is here. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. So good to see you as well. Hope all is well with you. I was actually thinking of you yesterday. So as we were in the Boston Harbor, a lot of sailboats, a lot of them, and no BS. I was like, Mr. Tranquillo would like to see these boats here in Boston Harbor. So there was lots of them. Pop's Fishing Adventure is here. Good morning, sir. Thank you for popping in. See what I did there? Thanks for popping in, my friend. Good to see you. Yep. Happy birthday to Sharon. Sharon, you doing anything special today in your birthday? If I was in South Georgia, I would take you for lunch, but I am not today, my friend. So one of these days we'll get down there. Let's see, what else do we got? If you let's take care of some business. If you guys want to help support the channel, you can go on over to our Teespring store. There's the link right there. You can get yourself coffee mugs, t-shirts, stickers, beach bags, pint glasses, you name it. We got stuff over there. Also, if you want to get this mug right here, coffee tastes so much better out of this mug. Tastes the best. But this is the official Cup of Joe Live with Jimmy coffee mug. You can go over to our Etsy store, which is in the link down in the Chiron below, and check that out. If you would, please, we'd appreciate that. So all your support helps support the channel, of course. It helps things like pay for gas to get us. Bye, Carolyn. Thank you. You have a good day too. Tell Maggie we said hi. It'll help get us the gas to take these trips and make some of these videos that we do. I need a new SD card too, so it's time for that. But yeah, so you can also do a super chat, super sticker. You can give us a super thank you. So does tea or my water, Mom says. Yeah, just about anything tastes better in the official Cup of Joe Live coffee mug. Get yours today. So we appreciate all the support. Honestly, we do. Buy Sharon one for her birthday. It's her birthday. Go to the Etsy store, get her a coffee mug, drop ship it right to her address. So there you go. It's my little shameless plugs. Okay, so let's see. Did we miss anybody in the chat? Sharon says she's planning on grilling ribeye, steaks, baked potatoes, and then maybe watching some movies. That sounds like a fantastic birthday. You had me at ribeye steaks. You enjoy that today. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. All right. So that's about that. We've talked about our trip. Let's do this. This Week in History. This Week in History, as we said, is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com for all your home decorating needs. Like I said, they have some really, really nice stuff. The flowers that they have, the faux flowers, I guess, I don't know what to call them better. They're not real, but they are probably they look like real flowers. Even touching some of them feel real. I don't know where they get them from, but they're really, really nice. We have some here, of course, at the house, and some good stuff. So go to their website, just check them out. I think you'll like it. So, in 10 BCE, Roman Emperor Claudius I, who extended Rome rule in North Africa and made Britain a province, was born in Lugdunum, Gaul, now Lyon, France. In 1714, Queen Anne, the last Stuart ruler of England, died at age 49. 1714. In 1744, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, a French biologist best known for his theory that acquired traits are inheritable, an idea known as Lamarckism, was born in Byzantine-le-Petit. In 1819, American writer Herman Melville, best known for his novels of the sea, most notably Moby Dick, he was born in 1819. In 1876, Colorado was admitted to the Union, becoming the 38th U.S. state. 1876. That would be 100 years after the Revolution. Summer Olympics in 1936 opened in Berlin in the efforts of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party to demonstrate the superiority of the Aryan race were undermined by the success of African-American athletes, notably Jesse Owens. In 1940, John F. Kennedy's Why England Slept, a critical account of British military that became a bestseller, was published. I didn't know he wrote a book. Did anybody know that he wrote a book? I have no idea. There you go. That's something we learn. That's why we do history. In 1944, the final entry was recorded in the diary of Anne Frank, a Jewish girl who spent 2 years in hiding during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. In 1944, the Warsaw Uprising began as the Polish underground tried to oust the German army and seize control of the city before it was occupied by the advancing Soviet army. After running out of supplies, the Poles were forced to surrender in October. In 1966, Charles Whitman, a student and ex-Marine, fired down from the clock tower on the campus of the University of Texas in Austin, killing 14 people and wounding 31 others, one of whom died years later from complications related to his wounds. It was one of the worst mass murders in the public area in the U.S. history. In 1980, Icelandic teacher and politician Vigdis Finnbogadóttir became president of Iceland. She was the first woman in the world to be elected head of state in a national election. And forgive me for butchering your name, madam. In 1981, the cable television network MTV. I want my MTV. It debuted with the broadcast of the music video for Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Anybody remember that? I do. In fact, I think I know some of the players in it. Trevor Horn, Jeffrey Downs, I think. Yo, yo, yo. This is 2 days in a row, is right. Got up a little while ago craving coffee. See what we started? You're going to be getting up early every day, my friend. Good to see you, Eddie. Thanks for coming in. OG Brand is here. Good to see you, you silly rabbit. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Anybody else in here that we everyone's saying hi. Everybody's saying good morning. I want my MTV, right? Yeah, I remember when we couldn't wait for that to come out, and it was good for a short time. Good morning, Brian. Brian Fowler is in the house. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Yeah, MTV was good for a second, and then they just got commercial. In 1987, American boxer Mike Tyson defeated Tony Tucker and was unanimously recognized as heavyweight champion by all three sanctioning organizations, the World Boxing Council, the World Boxing Association, and the International Boxing Federation. Mike Tyson, one of the greatest fighters ever. In 1996, American author George R.R. Martin published A Game of Thrones, the first installment of his hugely popular fantasy series, A Song of Ice and Fire. I watched probably all of the Game of Thrones, and it was good until it wasn't. In 2005, Fahd, F-A-H-D, Fahd, he became king of Saudi Arabia in 1982. He died at the age of 82. He was succeeded by his half-brother, Abd Allah. Notable birthdays: Henry Melville, as we said, American author in 1819. 1920, Henrietta Lacks was an American medical patient. 1932, Meir Kahane, Israeli political extremist and rabbi. 1936, Yves Saint Laurent, French designer. 1965, Sam Mendes, English director, was born. And Maria Mitchell was born on this day. She was an American astronomer. She was born in Nantucket, Massachusetts in 1818 and died 1889 in Lynn, Massachusetts. Featured event in 1589, Henry III of France stabbed by assassin. King Henry III of France was stabbed this day in 1589 by Jacques Clement, a Jacobin friar, and died the next day after acknowledging his Bourbon ally, Henry of Navarre, Henry IX, a Huguenot, as his successor. So there you go, August 1st. In all these years, that's what happened. This Week in History. And This Week in History, as always, has been brought to you by Revived Furniture and Home Decor. ReviveFurnitureandHomeDecor.com and check out all that they have. One of the things yesterday that we did, I think I've talked about this a couple times. Richard, one of the owners of the store, he has been commissioned by the Old North Church to refurbish 15 doors that are placed on the crypts that are below the church. where there's some notable people buried there. The first minister of the Old North Church, he's buried there. A major from the British Army that was killed at Bunker Hill, he's been buried there as well, along with many other folks that I can't recall who they are, but there's a lot of people there that are buried below. So Richard's, he had me come in. We documented one of the openings of the doors because they wrapped them up and delivered them there. And we're going to be doing more videos on them. So that was kind of cool to be able to get involved in that. And then we were at the church yesterday. So I have a feeling we're going to be going there again. I'm not positive, but I hope to. So let's catch up. And OG says, I like to eat apples. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Sharon. Eddie, you're going to make me fat. The flower bar. Yes, Brian. Brian, I'm sure he has some of that home decor in his home. Billy from Bamanola Adventures is here. Good morning, Billy. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you, John, for posting the link for in-law as well for the Revive Furniture link. Everybody's saying good morning to everybody, and good morning to you. Cheers to everybody. Happy birthday, Sharon. All right. It is 39 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. I hope everybody has something fun planned for this week. I have work. Today is a field day. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my day out in the field. I have no idea what's on my desk. I wasn't in work yesterday, and of course it was the weekend. So you never know. One thing that did happen yesterday, I found out last night that Paul Reubens had passed away. Paul Reubens, better known as Pee Wee Herman. He was 70 years old. Sorry to hear of his passing. Funny guy. Like I said, Pee Wee Herman. I was watching some interviews with him, some past interviews with him this morning. Do you know he was on The Dating Game? He was one of the first contestants, I guess, on The Dating Game, he said, and he went as Pee Wee Herman. I think he said he went there 3 times. He ended up winning. Can you imagine? Imagine going on a date with a guy that dresses like a 6-year-old kid in a little suit and acting like that. There's also some video out there with him with it was when he started Pee Wee's Playhouse, but it was not for kids. I'm trying to think of the actor. He was on SNL, and he actually was shot and killed. If somebody can remember his name, let me know. But he was on, he also had a TV program, News Radio, I think was the name of the show. I can't think of the guy's name now. But he actually played the sea captain. And it was like this comedic stage production of Pee Wee's Playhouse. And like I said, it was before the whole children's thing. It wasn't made for kids. So my mother said he passed from cancer. I didn't know that. But, blessings and prayers and thoughts to his family and his friends, and may he rest in peace. He had made Mr. Chair, right? I actually like Paul Reubens. I thought he was funny guy. Pee Wee's Playhouse. I saw him. The first time I'd ever seen him was in the Cheech and Chong, a couple Cheech and Chong movies. Up in Smoke was one, and I think they're Cheech and Chong's next movie. Pee Wee played a reception or a hotel desk guy. What do you call them? A clerk. And he was also they ended up going in the nut house, and he was in the nut house he stole some money that they had, and of course hijinks ensued, and he was sorry he took the money, and he was not sorry I took the money. So if you're familiar with the Cheech and Chong films, then you know what I'm talking about. But he also made the news for being in a seedy, well, allegedly being caught in a seedy movie theater doing things unbecoming of himself. But that didn't matter to me. He was a funny guy, and I think a good guy. I don't know. I never met him, but that's right, Miserable Marge. Just tell him Large Marge sent you. Right? That was the movie, right? Pee-wee, when he was looking for his bike. His bike got stolen, and they told him it was in the basement of the Alamo. There is no basement in the Alamo. But God bless Paul Rubens, and may he rest in peace. So I was sorry to hear that last night. All these folks that, these are people that we admire and we watch and we see through media and television and movies, music, especially for me, music. A lot of my heroes passing away, and it makes me think of my own mortality. We're not getting any younger, as they say. So that's why I'm here I'm just here to pass on the love and have a good time. That's all. There's enough crap going on that we don't need to start anymore. That's one of the reasons why I do this morning show. I want to have a good time. I want to talk with you guys. It was so fun having Dawn up yesterday. I'd like to have more of you guys come up on the panel. I know it's early. I watch Eddie and them. They're going through the day, and they're doing it during the waking hours. It's hard for me to get people to come up on the panel this early in the morning, and I get that. But it would be nice to get some other folks. So if you're willing and you want to come up and join me and be my co-host for the day, absolutely would love to have that. So, John says this year has seen the death of so many. Yeah, Sinead O'Connor passed away. There was one other. Randy Meisner from the Eagles passed away. Sad to hear. It's not how many years in your life, it's the life in your years, and that's right. Right? I always say I like the term quality over quantity. I mean, I don't want a short existence, but it's all how we it's what we do with our days that matters. My mother says she's going backwards in age. I hope so, Mom. How are you guys doing down there in Central Florida? I need to FaceTime with you guys and say hi. I haven't talked to you in a little bit, but I hope you're all well. Hope Dad's doing good, and the cat. They have a cat named Melissa. Is their cute little kitty. Eddie Lugo, yes, will be up at 7:15 with Eddie Lugo Studios. That'll be drive time for me. Right? He is right, Sharon. Absolutely. And so is Law. Law is absolutely correct in what he's saying as well. It's not it's not how many years in your life. It's the life in your years, and that's perfect. Okay. So, what do we got planned for the week? Tomorrow is Hump Day. Don't forget Hump Day cocktail hour at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I may be up on the Down Under Cruisers live stream tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. That seems to be a reoccurring thing. I haven't heard from Sean in a few days. But I tried to get him to come up on, I think it was Thursday or Friday stream last week, but he was a little busy. Got to remember, they live 14 hours in the future. So right now it's going on 9 p.m. It's 8:48 p.m. there in Australia. Here is the I'm sorry. Here's the link for Eddie's channel. Eddie says, "Who is this Eddie Lugo you speak of?" I don't know, some guy, some talented dude. If you haven't seen Eddie's graphic work, you got to go over and check him out. He does T-shirts and the coffee mugs. He's pretty good. He's a good artist. So, and a good guy, a funny guy, and happy guy. Fits right in with the rest of us. This ragtag team of YouTube creators that are here. Mom says that they're hanging in there. Angie is here. Bariatic is around. Good morning or good afternoon to you. Angie lives in Germany, so she lives in the future as well. It's probably, let's see, I think it's going on what? Is it noontime or 1 o'clock, Angie? PM. She usually stops in during her lunchtime. Eddie says he'll be up early tomorrow morning. Watch. Okay. I'm going to hold you to that. Law's asking if I have any ice cream drinks in my book. We could make one, Law. I was actually looking at one last week that may work. Let me think on that. Sean says to Eddie, I'll be a little late for tomorrow's show or for the show today. I have to take Jody to work. Taking Jody to work is important. Eddie's a pretty cool dude. Yes, he is, Billy, isn't he? Angie goes, huh? At the galas, your channel is empty. How disappointing. John, you got to make some videos. Guten Morgen to you from Eddie Lugo. She says, Guten Morgen to you. And it's almost time to say Guten Tag, right? Eddie says a mudslide. Mudslides are good. I was thinking something a little bit different. John says, yes, I am just a supporter. And yes, he is. He's a great supporter, too. He supports a lot of us. He's my moderator and several other moderators. We're glad to have him. We couldn't do it without our supporters. Couldn't do it without our athletic supporters either. So thank goodness for those, especially in my advancing age. Gravity takes over. And we need all the support we can get. Billy is sharing out Angie's link. If you haven't been over to Angie's channel or seen any of her videos, you have to go. That's an order. She, as I've said, she's one of the cutest, happiest, most bubbly people I've ever seen. She's a riot. You got to go over and check out her antics over in Germany, her and her family. They do traveling and cooking and all kinds of fun stuff. So, a Cuba Libre without the rum. That's right. A virgin Cuba Libre. It's just cola. Just cola. Angie says, so kind of you, but my channel is not so interesting. Just my life in Germany. let us be the judge of that. We don't live in Germany, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see what other folks are doing in other countries. So, TMI, too much information, Jim. I think that was about my athletic supporter comment. The Gaylors is an amazing supporter. You got that right, Billy. John's a good man, and he's a brother of mine. We're a couple knights of the dragon, fighting the dragon every day. Billy just he just subscribed to your channel. And you got that right, Brian. I hope you're doing well. Brian lives up in the mountain area of the mountains of New Hampshire, and they with all the rain we've had, they got smack dab with flooding, and the roads were washed out. All kinds of crazy stuff happening there. But I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's all right. Yes, Alexandria. I wasn't going to mention the town. Figured most people don't know where it is in New Hampshire, but just figured I'd say the mountain area. You live that way, up north of here. Stranded for 2 days. Yeah, you guys get whacked. There's a lot of towns, especially in the northwestern part of the state. They got killed with all the water we've had. It's funny. Parts of the country are in drought and heat. South of here, I know Sharon's had thunder showers and heat. They've been in the 90s, hundreds in Florida. I mean, it's summer, gets that hot. But we've had nothing but rain. This has to be one of the rainiest summers I can remember. Brandon the Beer is here. Good morning, Brandon. Nice tree. Thank you for the tree. Billy says, water, what is that? Right? Brian says, 4 foot high, 20 feet across, mud-filled, a 4-way intersection. Crazy. The power of Mother Nature. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Thank you. It's good to see you for coming in. Thanks for coming in. All right. So we got 12 in the house. I don't know how many lurkers we got, but you lurkers are always welcome. And, throw something in the chat if you want. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're so inclined, you can share us out. People can watch us in the replay. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would appreciate it. You could always hit me up at theastutetourist@gmail.com. Send me your address and I'll mail you out a sticker free of charge. And if you want to join and become a member of the channel, you just never know what you'll get. Join today. We have a 3-tier program. And it's not expensive at all. And check us out. Become a member. Become a supporter. We do appreciate all of you guys. All right, so let's see. What time are we at? It's 56 minutes past the hour. We're going to get out of here a few minutes early. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for dropping in. I hope to get some editing done tonight, and maybe we'll share some of the Boston trip with you. That'll be coming up soon. Don't forget to head over to Eddie Lugo Studios at 7:15. Tell him Jimmy from the Astute Tourist sent you guys over. Give us a shout out. We'd appreciate that. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. And when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works, please believe me when I tell you that, because I am. Not going to go into the backstory, but I am here today as a good reason for employing positive mental attitude into my life every day. Jonesy, you're here, and better late than never. Glad you made it, my friend. And good evening to you. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for commenting on the video. And I hope all is well with you in Tasmania. Send me your address, Jonesy. Send it to theastuteTourist@gmail.com. And I'll send you some stickers. All right, so PMA. Don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day today. All you have to do is smile at somebody, say a kind word, shake somebody's hand, give them a hug, help them. So here's a little story. I was at Home Depot on Saturday or Sunday. No, I'm sorry, Saturday. And there was an old gentleman all by himself, and he had an electric lawnmower that I guess he was returning it. He said it didn't work or something. But he was standing there and he looked all bewildered. What he was trying to do was put the handle back on the mower because he had it in the trunk of his car. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, can I help you?" And the look on his face was like a winged angel flew down and saved his day. And I made his day by helping him put the handle on his mower. That was all. He said, "God bless you. You're a very kind gentleman. Thank you for your help." And off he went. That's all you need to do. And you don't even have to do that much. But do you think I made a difference in that guy's day? I bet I did. Made me feel good too. So make a difference in somebody's day. Think about our first responders, the men and women of the fire service, the police department, our healthcare workers, like my good friend Denise, who happens to be a nurse. Thank you for your service, my friend. Appreciate you. They're out there every day, selflessly keeping us healthy and safe. So thank them and say a prayer for them every day. Thank you for popping in too. It's good to see you. Think about our men and women of the armed forces, past, present, and future. Brian is a past Marine. Thank you for your service, my brother. Appreciate all you've done. I appreciate the ones that are out there today. They're on the proverbial wall and they're protecting us, keeping us safe, protecting our freedoms and liberties, protecting our way of life, protecting that right there. Old Glory, the red, white, and blue. I love that flag. I respect it and I salute it every day. If I ever see anybody doing any harm to that flag, I'm going to do harm to them. Because there's people like Brian and other people that have either put their life on the line to protect that or they're doing it right now. That flag means so much more than the cloth it's printed on. And think about the people that came before us that have put their lives on the line and gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect that. So protect your flag. Love your flag. Think about what it really means. The good old red, white, and blue. Tell your folks if they want to do the door contest. I posted details on Facebook. Okay. Very good. All right. I'm going and looking. All right. So that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Don't forget, try to like us out, share us, and subscribe. If please help support the channel, go over to our Etsy store, go to our Teespring store, become a member. You can also go to paypal.me/theastuteTourist, and you can support us that way. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you know that I love you all. I can't wait to meet several of you on the booze cruise coming up in the fall. I don't know what more I can say, but thank you guys so much. That's going to do it for me. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. Go over to Eddie Lugo Studios, 715. My name is Jimmy. I am your astute tourist. We'll see you tomorrow night.